I'm adding tags to wow, the one tag with Chris Redfield's name is spelled wrong. What the fuck? Give me 1 second. Is this how you spell Redfield? Is the I'm like losing my mind here. It's I before E, except after C, if anybody remembers that shit. Alright, giving myself 1 viewer off my iPad. Alright, Chris Redfield. Alright, that's a good enough tax. Alright, so this is something funny now. Alright, so I'll just read the headline here to start. Pete Hegseth. Do you know how many troops claim to be Nordic pagan? Suddenly it's become this fake religious affiliation inside the Pentagon so they can grow a beard and no one challenges them because no one's upheld standards for a long time. Now a quarter of the platoon is sporting beards because they're suddenly Nordic pagans. We're not doing this stuff anymore.
I also said we don't need to be in military of beardos anymore. Do you know how many troops claim to be Nordic pagan? No, suddenly it's become like this real fake religious affiliation inside the Pentagon where troops claim to be Nordic pagans so they can grow a beard, and no one challenges them on it because no one's upheld standards for a long time. So now a quarter of the platoon is sporting beards because they're now suddenly Nordic pagans. We're not doing that stuff anymore.
All right, I'm not gonna. All right, I will admit that there were probably plenty of guys who just don't want to shave that go to Nordic paganism because like claim Nordic paganism because they just don't want because they don't want to they don't want to have to shave their face. Because I don't know, like you can find some weird thing in like Old Norse texts about like not shaving your beard until like a person oath or something, or in honor of Odin or something. Hold up, I need to forward this to a not exactly explicitly pagan group, but Telegram group related to a certain pagan historical YouTuber. Hold up, I'm seeing something weird here. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll find this tweet. He just shared it. It was like saying that because Britons were Roman citizens at one point, and even Anglia and Saxony were Roman citizens at some point, probably too, they have much of a claim to say. Anglo-America has as much to claim to say we was Romans and shit as like Italians do. I guess you could say that was the problem with Rome, is that eventually everyone was Roman, then nobody was Rome. So therefore, being Roman didn't mean anything. So instead of the Italian core of, you know, the core of central southern central Italians being like the core that founded the empire, and the people that used to colonize vast swaths of its empire, anyone within its territory became a citizen with that one decree from Caracalla, whenever he reigned sometime in the latter 200s CE. I forget when. In any case, but back to this topic. So I shared the Clash Report Telegram thing with this in the group chat I'm in. So we'll see how they like it. So I will admit there are probably guys who have heard that, oh, I don't have to shave a beard if I have become a Nordic pagan. Like, all right, because there's plenty of irreligiosity in the military. I did when I went on an aircraft, smaller aircraft carrier, not the like a big nuclear one. When I was on there, I did not going to say whether or not it was an LHA or LHD, but they did have a pagan lay leader there. I nearly went to like one of their services, but I was too lazy. I'm not a religious man as much as I am more interested in Nordic religion or pagan religions than I am in Christianity. Unless it's like an EU5, then like Protestant all the way, Papist, get the bullet. Or the pike, depending on it. I'm not playing EU5 tonight. I need to put that at rest and continue on with Resident Evil. I want to get to Resident Evil 4. I'm thinking about whether or not I want to do Resident Evil 4 original or remake. I don't know. I might have I'm pretty sure Resident Evil 4, the original, doesn't have tank controls. So I'm thinking I'll just go back and do the remake. And I'll go back to the old, OG sometime in the future. With that, but no, Nordic paganism, like, if you join the military, Nordic paganism sort of like has something for you there because, you know, death in battle grants you to Valhalla, which is not heaven. If anything, it's sort of a negative thing where those who die in battle are swept up by Odin to eternally fight and feast until the day of Ragnarok comes when he needs to call on them at the end of days. So it's not necessarily... the Valhalla seems to, if I understand correctly, it seems to be some weird Germanic like addition to a concept of the afterlife, because all throughout like different Indo-European religions, there's an afterlife, and it's like you're supposed to go to like a simple like paradise underground, the Elysian fields of such. But the weird thing about going to a hall where you eternally fight, fight and slaughter each other eternally, and Odin collects you for the final fight come Ragnarok, is a weird like extra addition that you only see in Germanic mythology, that seemingly we only get from the Nordic things, because there's something to be said that Nordic mythology, or Germanic mythology more generally, was heavily shaped by the migration period and the Huns, because in the Norse sagas that we have, like the saga of the Volsungs, they heavily rely on like 100 years later, they're still retelling the same goddamn story about Siegfried, Sigmund, Sieglinde, and Kriemhilde, and that whole story. Hundreds of years later, and then related to various Norwegian dynasties that are all claiming descended from Siegfried or whatever. And they even mention a derivative of Attila the Hun's name from some story that had to happen in the Burgundian kingdom at some point. In any case, so what Germanic mythology and religion was before the migration period may have been something entirely different from what we get from Norse sagas, at least as I understand it. There's also apparently genetic evidence that comes in to show that there were large migrations of Germanic peoples from what is now the modern day territory of Germany into Nordic Scandinavian areas, to Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. And so apparently people theorize that's how the story of Siegfried, Kriemhilde, and the story of the destruction of the kingdom of Burgundy and Attila made its way that far north. In any case, but so as I'm saying, like a religion that talks about violence as much, you'd understand would be conducive to people who go into the military. Just like, oh, if I die in battle, I will go to Odin's Hall in Valhalla, as it's commonly known. I watched the entire like Great Courses Plus series by Jackson Crawford, the famous scholar of Norse studies who taught at University of Colorado Boulder, and had a YouTube channel, though he seems to have like been totally deactivated as of late, given up on it. In any case, so yeah, no, there's probably guys who actually generally believe it, but I'll give it to Secretary of Defense Hegseth that there are plenty of guys who just hear that, oh, I don't have to shave if I can grow out a beard. If I claim I'm a Nordic pagan, yeah, I can imagine a lot of people squeeze by that. Which, to a broader point, I am against strict shaving regulations. Or my rule should be you don't have to have a skin smooth wet shave or dry shave every morning. At minimum, like you can have some stubble up to like a millimeter. Basically, you know how like most shavers come with like that like detailing tool that can like snip smaller, longer hairs. Like if you want to trim your sideburns or your mustache a little bit. I don't know what's the trimmer function on it. I would say every morning you got to make sure you go over it with that and take off anything that, and you can leave it like that, because having shaved for, well, not even like 4 years, 9 years of my life, constantly having to shave, it does get tedious. You know, you nick yourself. It doesn't feel pleasant every morning. And there's something probably to like repetitive shaving absolutely every day probably harms your face in some way, just like how women putting their hair up in super tight buns every day also probably stresses out their scalp in some way. So I'd be like not saying like, oh, you can grow full out beards, but having like strict wet shaves like Hegseth has himself right here, I would say relax that. And it's not like it's always been it's like anti-tradition or something. Like if you want to say it because you want to instill discipline, fine. But like don't make it like close shave absolutely every morning. Like just go over with a trimmer and take off what comes off from that, and then that's good. And there's a whole justification that we're so strict about it because the hair on your beard might interfere with your gas mask in the case of a chemical, biological, radiological attack. Everyone I think sees that as bullshit. Hegseth definitely sees it as like us slacking on standards. Which I can understand. Like I definitely feel like a lot of things that were like lack of discipline flew way too easily. Some non-judicial punishments, like I had some guy, there was like some IT sailor who went up like for 3 different masts, actually 4, and then finally they didn't even like admin sep him because I guess they were administratively separate them, which is an other than honorable discharge, but that's not a dishonorable discharge, which means you have to have fucking raped or murdered somebody to do that, to get the bad conduct discharge, dishonorable discharge. But they just like kept on like hitting him with like, you know, reduced pay, restriction, and then they knew his contract was up and he wasn't going to sign it, but they didn't kick him out without the dishonorable discharge. Then a new captain came in, and another guy who had like 2 prior issues was like immediately, first issue I have, like, boom, you're getting admin sept, you're getting an other than honorable discharge. Which is actually a separate process from non-judicial punishment, where you go up before the captain and he, you know, you have a trial, a non-judicial punishment, which which commanding officers are endowed with to do, to mete out justice through a preponderance of the evidence, not a beyond a reasonable doubt standard of evidence. You know, some of these these cases are kind of cut and dry. Like normally if it like gets something really bad, like they'll actually call an NCIS, I've had 2 cases like that, and that didn't go up to non-judicial punishment. So like if you're going up to non-judicial punishment, everyone knows you did it, and like most of them like will confess to it up front. In any case, the new captain came in and it was just like, boom, I'm laying down the law. You're getting max punishment, and I'm admin stepping you because you've had a pattern of problems and you need to go. So I definitely feel Hegseth's anger that they are way too rough. They're not rough. We are way too lackadaisical in our standards these days. In fact, when I was in Bangor, Washington, where I had to out-process, because if you're west of the continental United States, even though that's crossing the international date line, anyone there has to go, like in East Asia, has to out-process through Bangor, Washington. They aren't allowed to out-process you at your home, at your base inside the, in a foreign country. You have to come back to the States, and there's like this one poor base there where it's like, they have to process through everybody, and there's one poor like civilian guy who's like running half of it. I remember after he was like, I was just like, I had a specific like hang up issue with my out processing where my award wasn't showing on my DD 214, my Naval Achievement Medal or whatever it is. I forget the NAM. I forget what it was. And he tried to put it in, it still didn't show up, but I've got like the original certificate, so I could go to the VA and ask for correction of the record at some point, but I'm kind of like too dismotivated to actually fucking do that. All right, enough about Hegseth. Anything else happened today? Oregon Elementary GBHQ Flyer spikes online. I'm not going to touch that. I don't care. Viral exchange and put a generational split on U.S.-Israeli ties. Yes, young people, even young Republicans, don't like fucking Israel. Cory Walker. Who's Cory Walker? The hell is this? Nikki Haley once said, "It is not that Israel needs America, America needs Israel." No, Israel needs America. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of been technological transfers and stuff that's been useful and stuff. But meanwhile, her son, Nalin Haley, interesting name. Remember, Nikki Haley is actually like Nimrata Haley or something. She's actually of like half Indian descent. I don't know what her son is, but I guess he's like 3/4 white at this point. Meanwhile, her son, Nalin Haley, says Israel is just another country, and if they want to have a better relationship with the United States, they need to stop interfering in our politics. And creating fucking dumpster fires all around them in either Lebanon or Gaza or Syria. Jordan and Egypt seem kind of locked down right now. I'm not suggesting their differing views on Israel are shocking. I think it just simply shows how powerful the generational shift has become. It was never going to spare the family of a politician whose base was built on a staunchly pro-Israel stance. Full piece by Sohrab Amari on which website? Was it Compact Mag? Unheard. What the fuck? I'm not gonna fuck with the cookies. All right, so that was Yashar Ali. And then Cory Walker essentially. Most of these kids are just naive with no real experience and receive their political education via TikTok. The notion that America doesn't need allies and should just isolate itself so intellectually immature. It's the same view I held at 18. No, it's Israel as being a real pain in the ass. In both, they have a very strong lobby, which is now increasingly grating against the American public opinion at this point. Like, why are we giving so much money to Israel? Why are we giving so much money to Israel? Why does issues with Israel occupy so much talking time in our time? Why is Israel being so violent towards the Palestinians? I feel like we didn't conduct ourselves this aggressively when we were in Iraq or Afghanistan for whatever our problems there are. And now apparently there's like, I forget who it was, New York Times or Washington Post or somebody is putting out a story that now they're getting Israeli soldiers saying like, yeah, we were shooting civilians on sight and stuff, or giving like orders. So more to follow what happens, and that death toll from like whatever, it's like 60 or 80,000 is probably going to continue climbing up as more continues to happen. So yeah, maybe some kids are like totally naive, but like when you actually just like, oh, like what you're saying it's the notion America doesn't need allies is way too overgeneralizing the thing. It's Israel is a bad ally. They're a big ball and chain on us. So like if you ask them just like, do you approve of the U.S. military alliance with Japan? And they'd be like, maybe like they'd be confused, but they probably wouldn't object to U.S. alliance with Japan or other NATO countries compared to Israel, because Israel's the ones acting disrespectfully and like their name's in the news. Nobody gives a shit about like, because Japan's not going around. Well, yeah, they're constitutionally barred from doing that. South Korea doesn't do anything. Our NATO countries aren't doing anything. The only like maybe the issue would have been Ukraine at some point may have started grating on our psyche, and it was at some point, but it's definitely fallen out of the news at this point as well. It's just the attritional slog of going meter by meter a day in the Donbass. But yeah, this is that like no, the genocidal divide is because Israel conduct in the Gaza war has soured many of them on it. And also people are becoming more and more aware of AIPAC. There's like Twitter accounts dedicated to tracking who gets AIPAC money. And then you have viral clips of like Mark Levin saying we're gonna cancel Tucker Carlson. No, cancel Tucker Carlson because he had an interview with Nick Fuentes, which I'll say he softballed way too much, but that seems to be more or less his thing. He just lets people rant. And, he didn't push back on Fuentes and stuff. And he did say, like, listen, if you want to, like, interview him and be more hardball than I was, go ahead. I'll give you his number. But I doubt but the follow-up point is, like, he's not going to, like, Nick isn't going to submit himself to, like, a, like, browbeating interview or try and moralize to him. Or a debate. So, yeah, it's interesting that I don't know if it like Nayland Haley here is like he's got the Haley name. You think he would like be trying to like, carry on his mother's legacy of being somebody other than fucking Trump for the GOP? That legacy, because she was like the main person running against him in the 2024 primaries as, like a return to old conservatism and stuff. And so you think he would like try and like carry that torch, but no, he's going like on an anti-Israel, anti-immigration bent, despite a quarter of his being probably be due to our lax immigration system at this point. But that's like too hard in the past. Oh, and here he is responding. I've completely and somebody got a reply. So not putting Israel first equals isolation and not wanting allies. My point exactly. So yeah, me and him are on the same wavelength. That's ridiculous. I know where every country in the world is located. Okay, name all the like tiny Caribbean islands and throwaway African nations from Tanzania to the Central African Republic to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and then I'll believe you. Their flags, capitals, government systems, languages, religions, geopolitical alignments, etc. So to just write me and everyone in my generation off as naive, intellectually immature, and getting educated on TikTok is exactly why this gen is frustrated. You minimize our valid concerns and then wonder why we think that the way we do and believe what we believe, you're the problem. America's relations with Israel don't put Israel first. I disagree. That's just social media slogan. In exchange for our relationship with Israel, we get a valuable intel into Iran and the Middle East, and Israel also upgrades our military technology. No, we're paying for their military technology. All right. So, what is it? Right-wing cope. No man is an island, but without America, Israel would struggle even with support from India versus America being mostly unaffected, vice versa. If you pay your girlfriend's rent because she makes less money, it's quite obvious she'd get the shorter end of the stick in a breakup. What is this? Mason May. Exactly. The United States government made functions to serve its citizens. Wanting the government to fulfill duty instead of prioritizing the needs of our allies isn't isolation. It's America first. We shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to put our country first. Who even is this guy? Washington correspondent Algemeiger, breaking news and commentary. Washington correspondent at Algemeiger, Catholic, Chicagoan, National Conservative, defender of Western. Okay, interesting. I've never heard of this guy before. That makes sense. I had the same views when I was younger too. Then I grew up. What the fuck is this profile picture? That's Marco Rubio looking like he's like high as a kite. Incredibly patronizing tweets. You minimize our valid concerns. Damn, that's some base therapy speak. I can't. That sounds like it's a dig at what Nelly said here. Minimize our valid concerns. Yeah. It's approaching like woke language about my, delegitimizing my lived experience or whatever. So I get it, but no, that is just a good way of saying minimize our valid concerns or dismiss our valid concerns. Oh, then this study slashes missing heritability thing. Yeah, I saw that from Cremu was talking, and Arctotherium were talking about that. Why is Kash Patel fucking trending? White House, Epstein Trump cover up. Oh, 'cause some stuff was getting forcibly released thanks to U.S. tech workers. Oh yeah, Justin, Jeffrey Epstein said that Donald Trump spent hours at my house with a woman later identified as a victim of sex trafficking, according to emails, raised fresh questions about the relationship between the late pedophile and U.S. president. He spent hours in the house. Trump could have had sex with that woman, consensually or non-consensually, but that's not like... Who is this woman in question, and has she ever made any claims against Trump? Like, other than that, this is just like salacious details for nothing. Like, I need more. Before I start to get objected about, like, yeah, she was a victim of trafficking herself, but has she ever made that claim against Trump? Do we even know who the fuck this woman is in question? Oh god, this cursed ass photo. When they were all significantly younger. What the fuck is she wearing? It's like a... Is that a crop top? Is that... I don't know. Nah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna go to Clash Report and see what the fuck happened. Oh, there's that. Nobody oh, what the fuck? This one's got a lot of comments on it. To be fair, beards aren't a religious requirement for Norse paganism. It's nice to have. So whatevs, the Joes had a good run, now it's time to shave. Also, my principled stance on this has nothing to do with my inability to grow a decent beard. Okay, maybe a little. Okay, whatever. God forbid a white boy get a little motion. What the fuck? It's John Travolta. What the fuck? I don't get what this is. I feel like tier 1 operators should be the one exception to this rule. There are elite warriors, the boogeyman of our greatest, to our greatest enemies. I feel like those dudes should be allowed to look as rough, masculine, and terrifying as they want. Just change religion to Sikhism on paper to keep the beard. Oh yeah, that's the thing. The Sikhs also get a beard thing. Bottom line, the bureaucratic tech identity model the U.S. military adopted after World War II has never been a success. It worked just as long as rockets being engineered by white scientists was its default and no longer. A fighting force needs a culturally unifying image. Bureaucratic tech identity. Maybe you could say the military got more bureaucratic after World War II, but that was probably after our experience from World War II. I don't know. Where's, let's see here. Let me see if he's like even on Twitter, but there's a YouTuber I follow. Yeah, this guy. I don't think... Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Alright, back to it. I follow this guy. I used to... he's a Roman boo like me. Thersites the historian. He was doing a stream a couple days ago, and they're talking about like the early stages of like a certain phase of like 6 months of World War II. And it's like getting to the North Africa to campaign. And the thing about like when we entered into the war, the U.S. Army like didn't know what it was doing, and there had to be a lot. Apparently, like the story goes, we went to the Battle of Monte Cassino or whatever, or Kasserine Pass, got our asses handed to us by the Germans, and that led to a whole fucking rework of the U.S. Army structure. And I remember them distinctly saying, this guy and a pal he had on to discuss it said something, if we were fighting on Normandy as bad as we were fighting in North Africa, we probably would have lost the invasion of France. So, and then even after World War II, we like tried to copy the chief of staff system of the Germans at that point because, well, learn from the best, and the Germans had everyone's ass in the beginning, but they didn't master logistics. Was kind of like half of why we won in the first place. Last time I posted on here in October 2023, I promised a video on Curio the Younger. Tomorrow morning, I shall finally make good on my promise. You will duly observe that I made good on my vow faster than Douglas MacArthur returned to the Philippines. See, there you go. World War II thinking. Oh, and he retweets Kyle Kalinske, who I'm going to just follow on this account. It's annoying that we recognize that children need things like a summer break and several vacations a year, but we think it makes sense to have adults work for 60 years and maybe 2 to 3 weeks off a year if you're lucky. There are points where I'm like at work and I'm wondering what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. Driver Elvin. Oh, so girl killed in Boise crash held on an ICE warrant. There's plenty of these fuckers out here that just need to be removed from the country, and if they hadn't been let in, well, somebody would still be alive. Damn. All right, that was a lot of things from there. All right. Newly released 2015 emails show journalists Michael Wolff and Jeffrey Epstein discussed how Donald Trump might respond if asked about his ties to Epstein. Wolff advised Epstein to let him hang himself. Okay. 2019 email from Jeffrey Epstein to Michael Wolff appears to reference Trump and Mar-a-Lago, stating, Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. He asked Ghislaine what? To stop trafficking girls? What the fuck? Alright, well, we'll see what more comes out of this. I'm kind of disinterested in the Jeffrey Epstein saga. Because it's probably not as big as people had mythologized it about. Regardless. Moving on. Zelensky. I believe that the Minister of Justice and Minister of Energy cannot remain in their positions. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a whole Alright, no dubbing. So, yeah, there's I don't know, it's like every other semester or half a year, or maybe every year, there's some big scandal of some people who are misusing military funds or any kind of government funds in Ukraine. Zelensky has to fucking arrest some of his ministers because they're corrupt bastards. Again, Ukraine is no liberal Western democracy. They're a incredibly corrupt Eastern European country that's probably in the same rank band as Russia, or in the same league. Silent images viewed by BBC Verify show Israel has demolished over 15,000 buildings in Gaza since the ceasefire began on 10 October, mostly in areas still under Israeli control. Entire neighborhoods have been flattened through controlled demolitions, even where buildings appeared undamaged before. Yeah, a lot of people are objecting. I know, let's see here. Where's Ryan Macbeth? Ryan Macbeth has extolled this as a good way to make sure that where is he? Is it Macbeth? Oh, it was Macbeth. He has extolled that the demolition of buildings saved Israeli soldiers' lives, even if it has contributed to the immiseration of the Gazan people. Make 21 project at the Seattle Museum of Flight and make 21 cover of it thousands glass beads. What the in Seattle? It's a MiG-21. It's not exactly rainbow, but my heads might want to call it gay for that color scheme, but whatever. Alright. Syrian Foreign Minister Azad, how do you pronounce that? Al-Shaibani. By directive of His Excellency President Ahmed al-Shara, we are heading from the Syrian Arab Republic to the United Kingdom, our first official visit. Alright, so al-Shara is doing his international tour. The Indian government has officially classified the Delhi blast as a terrorist attack. Alright, are we going to have something spark up with them? No more identity months, no more DEI offices, no more dudes in dresses, no more climate change.
No, it takes a while for it to actually sink in. No more identity months, no more DEI offices, no more dudes in dresses.
I remember that we had like identity months, and I don't know, we had like some sort of like diversity committee on our on my ship. It seemed to be a far more like it's something that you go do to put on your resume. Oh, you were part of this volunteer thing on the ship. And it's sometimes it can be pretty pathetic. The one thing I went to for that was like a Holocaust remembrance event we were having, I don't want to say it's ceremony, but knowledge sharing, presentation, knowledge sharing event that happened on the mess decks at one point. Peck said enemies are gathering and threats are.
A 1981 type moment where America needs to lead and rebuild to ensure that we maintain that peace through strength. Enemies are gathering and threats are growing. We have to prepare now. Feels.
All right, what's this one?
Fat and out of shape. Or in combat units with females who can't meet the same combat arms physical standards as men in their units.
All right, so he's like saying, I don't want my son getting killed because we lowered standards. All right. Do you know how many troops? Oh, we already been through that. If you're trafficking drugs to poison the American people, and we know that you're from a designated terrorist organization, you're a foreign terrorist and a trafficker, we will find you and we will kill you. I appreciate the energy, but there is the actually nuanced side of me that is concerned of international repercussions, because the UK has already pulled out sharing intelligence with us, and they have lots of Caribbean holdings from which they can gather intelligence. Because they question the legality of what we're doing. Colombia's president also did so from sharing intelligence with us because they think we're killing civilians, which remains to be seen what's happening. But I'm kind of over it at this point. RFK Jr., you had a VP like Dick Cheney who seemed to be actually running the country. JD Vance, not very well, it turns out.
President Johnson, during my uncle's tenure, felt that he'd been sidelined, and I think Spiro Agnew and Gerald Ford felt the same way with Nixon. But then you had presidents you had Vice President like Dick Cheney, who seemed to be actually running the country, and then you had these, relationships with...
Not very well, it turns out.
I guess that's JD Vance taking a dig at Cheney. What, less than a week after he died? I think, Vance did serve in, I think he was only a Marine, press journalist or whatever or something. I don't think he was, saw the most combat out there. Make sure I get that right. He was actually a veteran, so I want to give him his due awards. Service, Middletown High School, Vance left military. Oh wait, after graduating Middletown High School in 2003, Vance enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, serving as a combat correspondent, military journalist in the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing. During his 4 years of service, he was deployed to Iraq in 2005 for 6 months in a non-combat role, writing articles and taking photographs. During this period, he was part of a group of Marines that held a roundtable discussion with Vice President Dick Cheney on December 2005. So we met him as a grunt. He attained the rank of corporal, and his decorations include Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal and Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. All right, so yeah, I was right. He was a military journalist, so I guess he didn't do as much, but maybe he definitely probably saw how bad the things were going in Iraq and didn't come out of it with a high opinion of Cheney. All right, J. Fans does not.
I try to think about my job. I think there are two ways that I try to think about my job with the President of the United States. Number one, he requires honest counsel. In other words, if I have an opinion on something, whether I agree or disagree with the administration position, it's really, really important that I talk to the president about it. He doesn't want yes men, and I think it's one of the reasons why you guys have a great relationship is because you're always thinking about how can I actually give the president the best counsel.
Okay, because that goes very much, because if you check out Peter Zahan and any of his videos, he is of the strict opinion that he doesn't even have his picture in here. I think this is, man, it's blue and yellow. I have to assume that was because of, well, here's his picture. Here's his face. This is like a very older photo. When was this tweet even from? November 3rd? Dude's got a Patreon now. He didn't have that for years. He is Zehan definitely has the opinion that Trump is only surrounded himself with yes men. So JD Vance, like, I don't know if he honestly thinks he's being a yes man or he's trying to give the impression that, no, I'm not just a yes man to Trump. And apparently there were even, when we did Operation Midnight Hammer, the B-2 bombing of the Fordo nuclear facility with the massive ordnance penetrator bomb, whatever, Vance and Gabbard were like one of the people saying, no, we shouldn't do this, but then Trump ultimately deferred to Kurilla, his CENTCOM commander. And I don't know, Rubio also. So it's not like they're all saying yes on some things. So that's good to hear. Hopefully it's actually true. And Vance actually sees that way, and it is that way, and it's not just delusional. U.S. intelligence gathered in late 2024 indicated Israeli officials discussed using Palestinians as human shields in Gaza tunnels suspected of being rigged with explosives. What? Alright. I'm gonna put, take that with a pinch of salt, what the fuck that means, because this is Clash Report and it's Turkish and definitely has a bent against Israel, but I'm not gonna investigate this issue any further. I'm not gonna dig into this. So just take that, whatever that is, with a piece of salt, with a pinch of salt. We are not interested in building a base near the Gaza border, because apparently earlier it had been reported that we were going to build a base near the Gaza border for the international force used to secure the Gaza Strip. So it's, from what I heard, it wasn't supposed to be for American troops, it was for the international coalition. So maybe, all right, let me actually listen to what Levitt's actually saying.
With the reporter who wrote this article, and this article was based on a single piece of paper, an inquiry that somebody in the Department of Navy made about an idea that may happen in the future. And this reporter deemed that as an official plan and ran with a story that the United States is looking into it. I checked with the highest levels of the United States federal government. This is not something the United States is interested in being engaged in. It's not something we are currently involved in right now, that we will be funding, and the president has been very clear he doesn't want to see boots on the ground with respect to what's happening in the Middle East. We've made great progress with the peace plan in Gaza, and we want to continue to see that move forward, but I put a comment in that story for a reason, and sometimes we see reporters take a piece of paper like this and just deem it as official policy. And
all right, that's interesting. Somebody took a suggestion at a lower level and turned that into a story, so we'll see. Or she's bullshitting, who knows. Nordic pagan issue again. Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid. There comes a moment when people who call themselves the national camp must also say to an American president, we are a sovereign country. There's a limit to interference. What? Okay, it's in Hebrew. I can't understand what the fuck he's saying. There's a moment when people who call themselves the national camp must also say to an American president, we are sovereign. We are a sovereign country. There's a limit to interference. So what? He's like attacking Netanyahu for being too deferential to Trump? Or not asserting Israel's interests over American concerns enough? That's what I'm trying to pick up from this. Alright, mass Israeli settlers stormed a dairy factory near Bet Lid, east of Tulkarm in the occupied West Bank yesterday, setting fire to 2 trucks and 2 vehicles. Oh yeah, ominous music. Oh yeah, that's nice. Man, these settlers just do this most insane shit. Fuck. I need to set that up. I wanted to DM it to myself. Because I want to like that tweet and see if like a note will come up later. But now let's get back to... All right, so there we were. New shipyard photos suggest China's next aircraft carrier, the Type 004, will be a nuclear-powered, making a major leap in the People's Liberation Army's capabilities. This will give the carrier unlimited range, greater power generation, and bring China closer to U.S. naval capacity. Yes, it wouldn't have unlimited range in relation to its own fuel supply, but it also, ships are manned by people and they need to eat. So, and there's also plenty of other, like, things on the ship that probably need, like, need to be taken on, like lube oil or waste oil, or taking waste oil off the ship. That's something I had to experience. And like after we get off every deployment, there's always like a scramble from the main propulsion assistant to schedule a barge to come and pick up to drain our waste oil tank. And there's a difference between waste oil and oily waste, because you can discharge some oil out, some oily water out into the sea if it's like less than 1 million parts per million or something. How many wives do you have? One. Ahmed Al-Shara, one.
And then the other one is your wife. How many wives?
He's Muslim, so I don't know. What is the status of polygamy in Syria? And even if they do, like, adopted, like, a monogamous standard, how strictly is that enforced? Trump, the Democrats are trying to bring up Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect from how badly they've done in the shutdown and so many other subjects. With the recent antics of viciously closing our country, while at the same time putting many at risk, and they should pay a fair price, there should be no deflections to Epstein or anything else, and any Republicans involved should be focused on opening up our country. Right, because I guess we're still not done with the shutdown. The House still has to meet and take up whatever bill came from the Senate. All right. Oh, God, what the heck is this photo? This looks like it's from like the 80s or something. Italian prosecutors are investigating the claims that wealthy Italians and other foreigners paid to travel to Bosnia in the 1990s for sniper safaris, shooting civilians in besieged Sarajevo from Serb-held positions. The allegation based on new testimony gathered by journalist Ezio. Talk about a mid-2010s reference there. The allegation based on new testimony gathered by journalist Ezio Gavazzeni. I don't know. I'd have to go to my nonna to get the pronunciation right on that. Suggests tourists pay different rates to kill men, women, or Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to press F to doubt that. But, oh, it's the BBC reporting it, so we'll see if that comes out to be true. Polish Foreign Minister Sikorsky. America had its own Sikorsky, and it's a famous helicopter producing company. We will eat grass rather than become a Russian colony. That's got to be a weird Polish idiom.
The public are fine with that. They understand that.
We think that if Putin succeeded in conquering Ukraine, we would be next. And it's happened before, which is why we've been spending a solid 2% of GDP on defense for 20 years, and we're now spending 4.7% of GDP.
And the public are fine with that. They understand that and they get that.
It's amusing when my colleague, the finance minister, attends his meetings, his equivalents ask him, how do you manage such a huge... And he says, well, I'd be eviscerated if I didn't. You know, we will eat grass rather than become a Russian colony again. Finally,
what is his accent? It sounds like weirdly British in a way. Ukraine is planning for a 3-year war, and these colonial wars usually take about a decade. I don't think Putin can sustain it for another 3 years.
Colonial wars usually take about a decade, and I don't think Putin can sustain it for another 3 years. And we're about to supply Ukraine the means to resist for another 3 years out of the frozen Russian assets. Ukraine now makes almost half of its drones and cruise missiles in Ukraine.
Okay. I like how interesting how he called that the current war with Ukraine a colonial war. Well, with what I'm hearing about how they're like Russia is like settling the new occupied parts with like Central Asians from you know, like the, you know, all the Stan countries, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, maybe even Azerbaijan, and displacing, you know, ethnic European Ukrainians. So Yeah, but that's not, you know, Russians. All right, Putin has underperformed. We thought we had the world's second army, and he thought it would be a cakewalk, a three-day operation. More than 10 years on, he's still fighting in Donbass. I would not call that a victory. Fair point. Although I think, like, the seizure of Crimea back in 2014 was a bit of a fluke. Because everyone was not prepared for something, a bold as move as that, and we were kind of like caught off guard, and it was handled in such a like fine-tuned way that like before it happened we had to like just we more or less just had to accept it. But now it's like a full-on land invasion and this stuff. Like the more apt comparison is like how long it's like how little has happened since the start of the war now. Compared to the start of the war where Russia was like sieging vast swaths and then had to retreat from some and is now just making inkling progress along the Donbass front. All right. As long as Germany is in NATO and the EU, I fear German pacifism more than I fear rearmament.
Said as long as Germany is in NATO and the EU, I fear German pacifism more than I fear German rearmament.
Okay, interesting. The Polish foreign minister is saying, yes, I fear German pacifism more than I fear rearmament. Like, okay. Like, if the Poles sign off it, like, I guess they're okay with it. I don't know. How does the German Jewish community about remilitarization? Okay, but German militarization is associated with Nazi Germany, which then associates militarization with, like, persecution of Jewish communities. But they're not necessarily one and the same. Like, no, we as democratic Germany are remilitarizing to protect Jews in Germany, although Russia hasn't made its goal to like, oh yeah, we're going to wipe out Jews across Europe. So, like, that it's not comparable. So, like, the militarization issue is like it's not, like, yeah, it's probably more something for the Poles because they got invaded by Germany versus the Jews who were scattered across Europe and then picked off by the Einsatzgruppen and the Waffen-SS. So the militarization isn't there, like, you know, as much of a problem as it was for, like, you know, an actual state. Like, is not as much as the concern as, you know, just being a hated minority from a regime that really wants to do you in, versus militarization more a threat to a pure state. Turkey is now more integrated with the EU than Britain, which is sad.
It's impossible to live under rules that are not made by themselves, that are negotiated. In that sense, you're similar to Turkey. Although Turkey is now more integrated with the EU than Britain, which is...
Well, Britain should just, like, integrate more with America, but we probably need, like, what's-his-face, Starmer to go for that to happen. Because as much as, like, the online right hates Farage for being a cuck and kicking out Rupert Lowe, Farage, like, seems to be the government in waiting in England, unless, out of nowhere, Labour decides to pull a fast one and institute proportional representation election systems, because that would definitely sap the Reform Party out of it. Because then they'd probably have to, like, wheel and deal with the fucking Conservatives to rule, to form a coalition government. But if we got a Farage-led government, we probably would get, like, be able to move and make a lot of deals with America, because Trump is favorable to Britain, to England, because he has ancestry from there. So he definitely likes the country more than most. So, like, something, if like, now is the opportune time to strike a deal with, for England to reintegrate itself in some way with America in, like a new economic union with America, where, like, we are your outpost on Europe. And integrate, like, you know, like, have a substructure beyond NATO, like, make Five Eyes a little bit, you know, like, try and, like, do a rejuvenated Five Eyes starting with us in Britain. And then maybe if, like, Canada ever fixes itself, we can like fix them, and then Australia and New Zealand as well to make a rejuvenated Five Eyes agreement. But here am I rambling too much about Britain. Well, Sikorsky, I'm in favor of European Union starting to have some defense capability of our own so that we don't have to call on the United States in every emergency. We should be capable of sorting out some warlord in Libya or the Balkans next time around.
The European Union starting to have some defense capability of our own so that we don't have to call on the United States in every emergency. We should be capable of sorting out some warlord in Libya or the Balkans next time.
Interesting. So intervention in their sphere of influence. So like, you know, they can, you know, impose whatever government they need in North Africa to keep the fucking migrants out. Because like that's the thing about Gaddafi is that there's like some sort of implicit understanding that Europe doesn't object to him being a fucking dictator in Libya so long as like he keeps the migrants from getting up north into crossing through his country to get to Europe. Now with like Libya in like split in three. Oh, what's this one? Trump sent a letter to Israeli President Isaac Herzog urging him to fully pardon Prime Minister Netanyahu, calling the legal case against him political and unjust. Can the Israeli president, does he even have pardon powers like the US president does? I'm not sure. Thank you, Mr. President Trump, for your incredible support. As usual, you get right at the point and call like it is. I look forward to continue our partnership to bolster security and expand peace. So not directly not at all addressing the issue about this letter about pardoning Netanyahu, and maybe he meant like a preemptive pardon, like what Trump has done with some people who are facing brought up on charges related to the alternate elector scheme he had at the end of 2020 that didn't like happen, so he's like trying to clear people. And Biden was even doing this. He preemptively pardoned people like Adam Schiff for like their handling of the J6 operation, the J6 like investigations, which asks the question like, I was under no impression that anything he did would have been illegal. Like, he had congressional subpoena authority, so what could he have done that was wrong? But you're preemptively pardoning him? What? That makes me suspicious that he did something. That's not the case here with Netanyahu. Netanyahu, like, the investigation and trials are still ongoing. So we know what that's about. With the thing with the pardoning of Adam Schiff, I'm like, wondering, like, why? What did he could have possibly have done while he was House leader? All right, whatever. Turkey has sent the 18th Goodness ship to Gaza carrying 800 tons of winter aid and food, including 7,500 blankets and 5,000 family food packages. Goodness ship to Gaza. Where is it going to dock? I don't think Gaza has an entire dock anywhere on it right now. All right, whatever. Probably gonna have to, is it gonna land in Israel at like Ascalon? Oh yeah. Ukrainian soldier shoots down a Russian Shahed drone with a minigun. How do you know you're hitting? That doesn't look like it's doing anything. Are there tracer rounds that the camera's just not picking up? Oh no, my field, god damn it! Sorry, farmer friend, we're trying to prevent it from hitting our energy infrastructure. I guess this is a novel way to do things now, because blowing a $20,000 Patriot interceptor on these things is not as efficient as a couple hundred rounds of bullets. Like, yeah, we need far more cost-effective, like, interception things for these Shahed drones. You know, like directed energy weapons and stuff to burn them out of the sky. Goldman Sachs estimates the U.S. lost about 50,000 jobs in October, marking the biggest drop since 2020. Yeah, Scott Greer has been saying this, is that with all the chaos from the tariffs and like also the transition that we are having right now with AI is like making the fake economy do real well, but the real economy of people actually in factories or other white-collar jobs like suffer hard. Whereas people doing AI, computer programming and such, and crypto scamming or crypto mining, or other like vice services like you know, online sports betting, is doing really well. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov. Russia is still ready for Russian-American summit in Budapest. What the fuck? Where are they coming with this from? That's interesting. Like, I thought that was off like 3 weeks ago. All right, whatever. Petition to force the House to vote on releasing Justice Department files of Jeffrey Epstein has reached required 218 signatures after newcomer Repalita Grivalia signed on her first day. All right. So I'm guessing they're using House subpoena powers. All right, that was it. At just an hour, so. I don't know. What is it? What's OSINT Defender? Done. I saw Institute of Study of War said that there were parliamentary elections in Iraq recently, so. When I tell people I'm proud to be an American, the Hoover Dam is truly what I mean. I mean, yeah, it is impressive. It is impressive. The Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Jason Dunham returned to Naval Station Mayport in Florida earlier today, November 12, 2025, after completing a 90-day surge deployment to the U.S. Southern Command and 4th Fleet Area of Responsibility, part of the Trump administration's ongoing campaign to counter drug trafficking cartels operating the coast of Latin America. Oh, yeah, well, some people need to go to Liberty, and I guess it's not that far away to go back to Mayport. Kazakhstan appears imminently poised to normalize relations with Israel, and U.S. President Donald J. Trump prepares to meet Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman next week at the White House. Traders on Polymark are predicting that there's a 40% chance that a new country will officially join the Abraham Accords by the end of 2025. Oh, the U.S. All right, so this was an hour ago. The U.S. House has voted 222 to 209 to end the longest government shutdown in the history of the United States. President Donald J. Trump to sign the continuing resolution into law tonight at 9:45 p.m. EST. So, this will be to the end of January. So my holiday travel plans for both November and December should be safe from a government shutdown. Hold up, what was the Republican 216 and 2 nay? It's got to be Thomas Massie and I don't know who, and 6 Democrats in favor, 2 against. And there are 2 non-voters from each total. So what was that? That's 431. So we're short 4. Short 4 people right now. Yeah, I got that math right. Don't question me on it. U.S. and Saudi officials have been holding intense negotiations to finalize a broad set of agreements, including a defense pact ahead of next week's White House visit by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, officials tell Axios. The meetings have said to include a previously unreported visit by President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, to Riyadh over the weekend to meet MBS with next week planned Oval Office meeting with the president. Trump will be MBS's first visit to the United States since the involvement in 2018 murder of Jamal Khashoggi. If you don't remember who Jamal Khashoggi was, he was like a Saudi citizen who was living in exile in Turkey. And he was writing op-eds to like the Washington Post or New York Times, I forget which, or the Wall Street Journal, raging against Mohammed bin Salman, ruling Saudi Arabia with an iron fist, and even and I believe Jamal Khashoggi's axe to grind was that Mohammed bin Salman was not significantly orthodox and strict enough in his religious policy for the country, and saw Saudi Arabia going down a path of modernity. And then, because he kept on doing this, when Jamal Khashoggi went to the Saudi embassy in Turkey, they kidnapped him, cut him up. They kidnapped him, killed him, and then cut him up and disposed of his body. And even the Turkish police had to actually full on raided an embassy, which that's like a big thing. Like if you like fuck with somebody's embassy, that's like when you're like, that's no bueno. So yeah, we've had a big cooling off relations with them since then. So Trump is time has passed and people have forgotten about Jamal Khashoggi and how much of how bad that was. House Speaker Mike Johnson announced earlier to reporters that he will put a bill to the House floor next week compelling the Department of Justice to release all the remaining... Alright, so even he's bending to it at this point. I don't know if he's going to vote for it, but we'll see what happens. Speaking to reporters earlier about the petition to release the Epstein files, receiving enough signatures tonight to move forward on the House floor, Rep. Thomas Massie, our Kentucky, said that there was an intense pressure campaign from the White House to get Republican women to remove their signatures. They're scrambling over here to stop this. Massie also stated that besides the 4 other Republicans who joined in with him and Democrats to push the petition through, multiple other House Republicans have quietly told him they intend to vote in favor of the resolution to release the Epstein files when it comes before the House, adding that he intends to hold a press conference with several victims of the Epstein next Tuesday. All right. Again, I don't think there's going to be anything incriminating against Trump in all this. It's probably just going to be a lot of names that are going to be associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe some of those names are close to Trump. And whether or not they've done anything, like actually like had sex with a minor thanks to Jeffrey Epstein, it's more likely that there's going to be a bunch of people whose names are going to be tarnished because they will appear in those files, even if there's nothing even to suggest that they even may have had done something untoward with a minor, with Jeffrey Epstein. The man had a lot of fingers and a lot of pies and was friends with a lot of people. So a lot of people are going to get like their name thrown in the gutter. And, you know, depending on who your target is, you know, what your political persuasion is, I'm sure you can find a target there to rage against. And a lot of people are going to have a lot of PR problems, whether or not they deserve them or not. All right. I don't know. No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to call this, and then I'm going to fire up Resident Evil. Time to get back to it. After being sick, going in on EU4, I'm probably going to do some more repeated double features throughout the week, because either Saturday or Friday. I'm going to probably do Friday. Because I need to get my fix of it, because I haven't been playing Europa Universalis 5 since, well, the weekend. So I pull up my announcement tweet script. Wrong account. Actually, wait, let me go to my account. Work smarter, not harder. Oh no, wait. Go to my... to blowing zombies' heads off with the power of shotgun rain. Because, yeah, I've learned the trick that if you just aim up slightly when they're at close range, you can blow their heads clean off and end it. Usual stream links below. Alright, post. I'm gonna I'm gonna fire up the game and go get some more water, because I am a thirsty bastard right now. In more ways than one. I also am getting the delayed onset muscle fatigue from and change the game category on Twitter. 1996. What else am I doing? Gamecaster really doesn't want to pick up whatchamacallit, Resident Evil for some reason. Then again, I don't think I'm... It is a black screen, so... Is it gonna go through? Oh yeah, it is. But I can shift it over slightly. So shrink myself down a bit and over here. There we go. Let me fire up my fucking controller. Oh, somebody responded to me posting the Pete Hegseth ragging against Nordic pagans and shit by saying, the only thing I respect about Sekwar is that he's a functional alcoholic. Maybe in his younger years. Man, what saved file am I on at this point? Well, 8 is the last one, so... Oh, the world of survival horror. Good luck. So they're even referring to... Alright, what even is my objective at this point? What I have shotgun with 7 rounds and a bunch of pistol rounds. I can put this away. Yeah, 1 mixed herb. What's even in here? Combat knife, green herb, green herb, green herb, green herb. No red herb for doubling effect, but whatever. Deal with that later. Alright, I know where I am here. We're on the west side of the building. I need to look at the map. Is the red flashing the room I'm supposed to get into? No, wait, I think that's where I am. Yeah. So there's that door, and then there's this door right over here. It's locked. Carving of a helmet. Alright, so not that room. Long winding passage outside, which I need the other crest for. What the fuck is that room down there? There's nothing in here, right? No, I've explored this place to the max. Tank controls, man. Nothing special. Nothing major. You don't have the key for this room, which is different from saying that you had a picture of a helmet. All right, hold up 1 second. All right, I thought if I shot the mirror, something would happen, but oh well. Well, can't go in there, so what's next? There's something in here. I got it already. Various things. What even is that? It looks like it's like a storefront or something. Is that a bunch of wine? Alright, is there any, what else is on the first floor to check out? Is that one room all at the end there? So let's go down to the end of the banquet hall. Can I get in here? I feel like I've come out of here at least. It's locked from the inside. Alright. It's not that room. Need to go up and around. I need to get up to the second floor. Whatever. Let's go this way. Man, it's empty without the zombies here keeping me company. All right, this room. It's locked to carving of a helmet. Yes, and this one's got a code. Alright, yeah, there's a lot that hasn't been explored up here. Alright, well, back out and across. Or round and across. Alright. Or commit. What the hell's even... Go through this first door. This way. This way, through the door. No, that's not it. I need to go all the way around to that big room that's in there, so I need to go all the way through and around this hall. Am I doing this right? Yeah, and around. A carving of a helmet. As always. Alright, cock block that way from entering into that room. There's the stairs there. Man, where the hell else am I supposed to go? Now I'm kind of like lost as like what I'm doing at this point. Alright. Who's in here? Is there something in here? Did I rate? I rated this already, didn't I? I remember moving something around here, so... Anybody in somebody's lag coat over here? Oh! Oh, that's nice. In Resident Evil 2 Remake, they had it so that if you hadn't completely rated everything important in the room... Alright, what's in here? Nothing about the pictures, Chris? Oh, man, what another Philistine. Anything in here? Just 2 beds. Alright, well. Nothing you can say about the giant buck's head. Alright. I'm gonna go down and drop off these ribbons. No point in saving. If I died right now, I wouldn't have made any progress. Just going to a bunch of doors and not making any progress. Dump the ribbons. I could have combined those, but I'm lazy. Guess the only other thing to do is check out man, that picture looks way off from where it looks in the This is where the serpent thing happens. There's one of our buddies from Bravo team or Alpha team, I forget which. Yeah, this play. Oh, god damn it. Nope, nothing in here. What was this? God damn it. Nothing. I am... Man, that alcove. There is, quite something. Is the snake gonna pop out anytime again? And I can't go in the hole? Fuck. Man, that is it. I don't know where I'm supposed to go at this point. No. What's in file 2? Let me see it. Well, I have explored, like, I think any room to see where I am. And now I'm a bit stumped, like, where to even go at this point. This is embarrassing. Books and gadgetry, nothing useful. How much of a lunkhead are you, Chris? Come on, give me something. I don't even know what my objective is at this point. I don't have all 3 crests, right? Or did I get to that door? I guess I can go check that door. Get to the bottom floor. Gotta go all the way around. Oh, there's one other room. No, that one just south of that room all the way to the north. That one, whatever, I'll pass by it so I can confirm whether or not I have the key for it. I don't think I have any keys left. Yep. Barking dogs, or howling dogs, or whining dogs. Sun sets in the west and the moon rises in the east. Stars will begin to appear in the sky and wind will blow towards the ground. Then the gate of new life will open. It's locked, obviously. Alright, where the fuck might there be, like... something in here? Shut up. No. Alright, well, I'm just damaging myself here for nothing. Are these things gonna kill me? I'm gonna die from these things. I don't know. Do I have to kill them all? I'm gonna die from these things. Oh, yeah, they killed me. The only thing to pick up would be, like, those ink ribbons. So, yeah, I'm just gonna load save 8. That seemed pointless. I might have to go to a guide to figure out where the heck I'm going. I had an idea for where we could go. I gotta find the stars, the star key, or star crest or whatever. Right. It's over yonder with the ink ribbons. More ink ribbons. Nope, nada. Go ahead and drop those off. Where would the star crest be? I don't know, take the lighter. I don't know, there's the... Nope, not that way. That's not a way out. All the way. Do-si-do and around we go. Huh. Of course, I get myself caught in between those two. Is there Star Crescent anywhere? Can I, a picture of a chubby woman. Alright. Various pictures. Come on, nothing? Are you kidding me? Set fire to it all. No. Yeah, like that's all there is to that room. I think it was picked up one mag in there. That was it. Dinner utensils. Well, that was one idea I had. Emblem in its place. Anything else in this room that I'm missing now? Nothing. Alright. What about over here? I don't know what commentary to give other than I don't know what I'm doing. Ugh. And a blue eye. That was up here. Oh, hey, there's that room. Is that symbol on the side there? What the fuck am I looking at? Well, picking up more herbs. That's why I don't have as a healing item. I'm in pretty good shape as is, so... That seal looks like it's... Is that on the wall? What is that? That doesn't look like stars. The lid is open. Alright. Well, there's another place for me to rest my shit. Vitamins and serums, that it? Right. What's next? Like a Minecraft villager now. Alright, if I don't, like... It's down this way. Absolutely nothing. Like what war is good for. How old is that song? Is there a crest in here somewhere? Was there a crest here and I just forgot to pick it up because my inventory space was filled up? There's no switch to pull here, and just up, and I'm dead. I'm fine apparently, but okay. What about in here? Is the crest in here somewhere? It's well arranged. I'm running out of ideas where to look for this thing. Is there a crest in here? A tapestry. Nothing unusual. Looks kind of unusual to me. It's spilled over here. Alright, there's that thing. An urn with a beautiful picture on it. Nothing unusual. You keep on saying that, I keep on thinking there's something unusual. Alright. It's not in the bathtub, is it? It's not in the toilet. Alright, I'm gonna look at a guide. I have something here. Hopefully I can figure out where I'm going. I'm looking at it now. I'm catching up where I am. All right, so it's after the boss fight. You would open up the single door. Oh. I guess I didn't go pick this up. All right. How do I get back to the... apparently I didn't pick this up, so... I remember doing the old man aging puzzle. Alright, what's this one? All living things are destined to die. Yes, very morbid. Thank you very much. A picture of a tired middle-aged man. There's a switch below. Do you push it? No. Alright, infant. Picture of a newborn baby. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. I can tell what half these photos are. There's like is this the boy? Picture of an infant. There's a switch. Will you push below? Yes. Alright, what's this one? Picture of a young man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. All right, infant, young man, or no, wait, there's probably a tired boy. Picture of a lively boy. There's a switch below. We push it. Alright, I fucked up. Alright, we have to start all over. So, infant, no, baby, infant, energetic boy, man. Alright, we started over. No, wait, the infant's over here, right? Picture of an infant. Will you push it? Yes. Picture of a lively boy. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. Is this an old man? Picture of a bald-looking old man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? No. What was this one? A picture of a young man. Yes. There's like one back over here. Yeah, this is like middle-aged man. Will you push it? Yes. Alright. So now balding old man and then guy on his fucking grave. Old man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. Picture of people mourning for the dead. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. See, I've done this before and I probably picked out the crest and it probably just buggered my mind to even think about it. Alright. Alright, now I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not gonna save here just yet. But, alright, let's advance the plot. I wasted like nearly an hour figuring out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Alright. No, it's this door right here. Yep. Alright. Okay, I need to go into my inventory. Use. I should have a health item, but alright. Jesus Christ. There's something out here, so I'm not gonna fuck with this just yet. Oh, a small key. Cute. An old barrel. There's an item that up there. I can see it. Tank controls. Crank handle. There's a bunch of herbs, so I am actually going to go and reset my inventory for a second. I guess I'll hang on to drop the lighter. Don't know what that's useful for. Maybe it'll come up later, but I'm gonna keep the crank handle, drop the key, and if I need it, well, oh well. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Nice easy save point. I do have 4, so let me just get my inventory straight and then alright. And I will take out a green herb. Oh, and a ribbon. I'll save so I don't have to go through the tediousness of the fucking... Save your progress. Will you use an ink ribbon? Yes, and now we're on save file number 9. Alright. Making progress. Alright, drop the thing. Nope, this way. I need to lean back when I do this. Straighten the back of my neck. Move the mic a little bit closer. Alright, got the crank handle. Red herb. Combine with that for double the potency. Alright. I wasted a lot of shotgun shells on that. I feel bad. Oh look, a fucking blue herb. What did I even make here? Mixed herbs, and it's all homogenized. There's nothing to them each. Alright. Do I have to go in the water? Is that what I'm hearing? Or, nope. Alright, here's where the crank goes. So yeah, I gotta drain the water out of whatever this is. God, look at that animation. That beautiful, beautiful 1990s animation. Water's running down to the opposite sides. Maybe I'll want to close it in the future or something? Fuck! Run! Are they just gonna keep coming? Ah, fuck. I think it's infinite enemies. Oh, I just wasted a ton of ammo for nothing. Oh god. Where am I going now? I'm kind of inclined to just kill myself and make a run for and reload with stuff. Yep, this ain't gonna go well. I'm gonna die. And I'm dead, aren't I? There we go. Alright, so a good thing I did save. I guess I need some shotgun shells? Alright. What was that? I'm not gonna look at the guy what I need to do here, but like not waste ammo on fucking snakes seems to be the thing to do here. Alright. I didn't leave the hand crank when I was done with it, so... One inventory slot. I'm glad I did this save instead of, you know, this way I'd have to go back and get the star crest all over again. I would have hated that. An old barrel, yes. Alright, equip. Get down, doggy. Oh, you still are kicking, Jesus. Oh, finally, Jesus. No, it's fine, I'll just use one of these. Alright, combine. Alright. Yes, I will take the blue herb. These look like green herbs, so yeah. And I'll take a red herb. And there, I'm good. Alright. So, disregard the fucking snakes next time around. Thought there was like a path. Right? I have to go into my inventory. Drain the waters. It looks like there's more structure even down there. Alright, so the lifts operate so I don't have to do some last stand shenanigans before going down, so just huff it. Invincibility frames, fuck off, snakes. Alright, okay, fuck. Alright. I blew through all of my handgun ammo for that, but they're taken care of now. Oh, there's the water. What am I supposed to do with it? What's over here? Okay. I need more shotgun shells. The fuck's over here? Where am I? Guardhouse. There's a save room over here. Wow, what do you know? Well, shells. Green herbs, alright, more shells. Is there a place to save in here, though? I don't have any other bullets. I don't know what I need the hand crank for, so, man, I'm like fumbling in the controls here. God damn it. Oh wow, what do you know? 15 rounds. Oh, and is that type? What the fuck is that? Can I get to the obvious bottle on top of the thing, please? Okay, first aid spray. All right. We're back in business. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna actually drop the shells and the mag and the thing as well. And since I've gotten this far, I guess I will save. So I don't have to go through that bullshittery again. Yes. We're on save 10 now. How much more? How many more? Alright, I only got 2 left, so I guess I gotta be a little bit more cautious with their usage. I am not going for any quarter of rank at this point. Pull the plug, what's in here? Muddy water, will you unplug it? Yes. Hopefully whatever's in it doesn't go down the drain. I like I was just staring off into the distance, not down at the water. Sea room key. Alright. Fuck, too late. That was a waste. Shit. Come here, fucker. There we go. The desk is locked. Oh, is this where I need the small key from? It's in this book. We take the red book, yes. Check. What does this got to say? It's book 4. Page is all blank. What's it for? It goes in a bookshelf where there's a set of 3. Nothing unusual. There's a key in the cup. Well, I guess I know what I can use this key on immediately. We use a small key, yes. Hopefully there's something in there. Shotgun shells. Well. Alright, back over here. Got one clip that's like 4 bullets in it. Alright, what is the C room key for? Is there anything back over here? Oh, herbs. I could go farming these things to stack them up, but I kind of don't want to. I can push this thing, can't I? No, not like that. Not that way. I don't know what this is for, but I gotta probably move this some way. Oh, there's another hallway over here. God damn it. Well, I think I know I need to move this thing over slightly. This way. I'm not checking whatever that door is. Fuck you. Alright, I need to move you down and then push you forward slightly a little bit more. So I can get at you from the other fucking direction. Alright. Hold up. Before I advance any further, can I get... Yes. Quality checking my work here. Alright. Alright. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just saw the hole in there and it was just like, yep, that's where I gotta push the stand. Alright, focus. Oh, god damn it. Fucking tank controls. Oh. God damn it, I'm just trying to move it. I'm in danger. So you gotta get this right the first time. So it's anytime you step over the hole. Fuck, got it. Fuck. You know what? I'm just gonna let it kill me and reset this, because if you fuck this up, like, in any way, it wants to kill you. And then it, like, rips you off, like... Wait, can I even get here? Well, that is bad game design. If you, push it this way, there's no way to fucking fix it. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's see here. Alright, go all the way around the fucking hole. Nope, still wants to kill me. Fuck you. And it phased me through the fucking wall. God damn it. Oh wow, I didn't go through its fucking gate. Its detection gate? Alright. Alright. There, now I can pass by with my fine level of health. Alright, what was in this fucking door? It's locked. There's a panel with keys. Will you push the keys? No. It's locked. Plate says 003. Okay. You got the dormitory key. Oh, fuck! No, fuck this. What was down this way? I have used the dormitory key. This key is useless now. Okay. Interesting. Well. There's this. A dormitory sketch. Will you take it? Yes. You got the room of the dormitory. Alright. What's this written on here? Plant 42 report. 4 days have passed since the accident on the plant at point 42. Ooh, it's growing amazingly fast. It has been affected by the T virus differently than other plants have been, and shows unique shape in addition to its size. Looking at the way it behaves, it is now difficult to determine what kind of plant it was originally. There are two ways in which plant 42 gathers nutrition. First one is through its root that reaches into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and broke the water tank in the basement. Now the basement is filled with water. It is easily imaginable that some chemical elements were blended in the water and promotes the incredibly fast growth of plant 42. Another part of plant 42 from the basement grows through the duct and hangs down like so many bulbs from the ceiling of the first floor. Many vines come out of those bulbs, and they are second resources for its nutrition. Once sensing movement, plant 42 shoots its vines around the prey and holds it. Then it starts sucking up blood using the suckers located on the back of its vine. It also has some intelligence. It blocks the door by twinning its vines around it, especially when capturing prey is sleeping. Several staff members have already fallen victim to this. Henry Sarton. Okay. What was that? You can move these things around, but... Okay, alright, what's down here? Oh yeah, where am I? Oh yeah, I can already tell. The plant is gonna want to come out of that fucking hole, so we're gonna block that hole up. Lest it get me. Oh, I need to dump 2 blocks in here, don't I? Alright, one after the other. And the other one. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I've like set off on one path and I'm not methodically going through this at all. What, that's not enough to cross? Are you kidding? What do you want from me? Oh. I guess another one? I swear to God, the thing's gonna come flying out of that. Nope. And I need to push this thing over to the side because I can't get it to the other sides. Pushing blocks, pushing blocks, pushing blocks. Let's go extra. Pushing blocks, pushing blocks. There was some of this in Resident Evil 2. I don't remember any of this in Resident Evil 3, but it didn't take this long to fucking pull off. That's the important point. Alright, now I have a clear path across. Thank you. I still have that book on me and I don't know what it's for, but alright. I'm gonna go back. I don't feel comfortable going in there. I have an extra spot, so might as well pick up this green herb while I'm here. Let's go back to my inventory and figure out what the fuck's going on. Let's maybe investigate that room with all the different, You can see how much I'm swerving. Will you climb it or ascend it? You know, that would have been the, you know, appropriate antonym to descend it. What's in here? Uh-oh. There we go. Anything in here? No water is left. Oh, looks like a Beretta clip. I have no inventory space. I could have combined the things, but I'm not going to. Let's go back and readjust our inventory. I didn't even check out what was up this door, so... I'm not gonna save just yet. This leaves me with only one thing left, so let's see here. I have so many green herbs. I have no health items. You know what, I'll just take this and back to fine. Clear out my inventory in here a bit as well. What could I possibly need? So one clip, green herbs, shells, mixed herbs. I've got more inventory space than I know what to do with. Let me go investigate what the fuck even this door was about. Well, okay. And I'm back down to fine after all that. Oh, fuck! Oh, I can stomp on them? Okay. No, my babies. Get over here. Fuck you. You know, usually I'm not one to get like super scared about spiders. There's actually a point where I was going through some like old Regal Palace in Okinawa with some friends while we had some time off in Okinawa, and there were some big ass spiders in the gardens there. They got really scared about it, and I probably got more close than I should have. Remember one guy was like saying, "Listen, Gerard," or wow. Listen, Genji. I need to cut that out. You need to, I don't care that if you get hurt. I don't want you triggering that thing and getting me, leading it to me. That's the problem. Looks like I clocked out some kind of code. A 9-ball. A 6-ball. Looks like I clocked out. So what, I need the 12-ball? This looks like the guard's house place. Alright. I got 3 more ink ribbons. Interesting. Alright, and a mag. Now, where is the fucking 12-ball? It's broken. Yeah, I fig... Well, looks like I need to find the 12-ball. Complete this little shenanigan charade, whatever. Well, also to my inventory. Oh yeah. Very small inventory. Like, yeah, it was tight even in Resident Evil 2, but 6 slots with this much shit is too much as well. I'm gonna go to 11 and then call it a night. This is a bit tedious and does, you know, demotivate me from playing, but gotta trudge through anyway for the sake of the game. Did I get everything out of here? I got that clip. Where am I even going now? Alright, there was this room where I had to leave because of the fucking bees. It's a weird puzzle. Alright, so that's what that does. Noticing a pattern here. fires up that. So that turns, oh wait, I didn't pay attention what the diagonals key to. Alright, diagonal keys do that. Oh wow. I did not even do that, I just did that, okay. Alright then, that was just a lot of dicking around for nothing. Ooh. What's this on the wall? Something is written on the wall. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 6 plus 7 equals 13. 13 plus 3 equals 16. I have my notepad, so I'm gonna write this down here. Wherever this counts for. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Yes, that checks out. 3, 7 plus 4 equals 6. I don't know what the fuck the pattern is to this. 6 plus 7 equals 13. And 13 plus 3 equals 16. It's useless. Chris can't handle chemicals. Well, what's her face can? What is this, a proportion thing? Something is written on the wall. Also, see here. Water equals 1. Red equals 2. Purple equals 3. Green equals 4. Alright, well, I think that codes for something. So you can get 7. Alright, I think I know what this means now. So we got... What's her face gonna show up? A faucet. Maybe Rebecca will show up and then she will handle this for us. It's locked. The plate says 003. This one doesn't say anything. Right. That's not a door. This is a door. It won't move at all. It seems to be obstructed from the opposite side. Okay. So now we know it's in the chemical room. Nothing but herbs here. I don't know what to do. Oh, there's another mag. Alright, I'll pick this up, go do inventory. Here's what I'll do. I'll eat one of the green herbs. Is there anything in the toilet? Anything in the water storage tank? No. No water is left. What's that sticking out? Is that the faucet or something? What the fuck? It resets. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna put the key back. Alright, what was this? Rooms. That sounds like it would be a key that would go in whatever that facility is. There's nothing else to that room. Don't move at. Alright. I don't know what's going on in there, but let's stow. No, not the key. I can combine it, so let's go with the shells. We're out of shells. Is there no shells left? There's more shells. There we go. I'll leave them for now. Oh wait, there's a clip, one last clip. So let's stock up on that. That might be my fallback weapon. Yeah, 2. Alright, so let's set this as the standard weapon. And we will go descend. Keep that room C key, because that sounds like those concrete walls and that flooded out place, that looks like some sort of facility of some sort. So we shall descend further into madness. Can't wait to see what fucking horrors lie out here. I don't think I'm the only thing in here. This place is flooded out the fuck. Bulb? Looks like a plant root. Something sparkling over here. Do you take a small key? Yes. Is there something else in the room here? Oh, fuck! Does it want a piece of me? Shit. I'm gonna die. Alright, well, alright, I'm still at the fine. Yes, discard. Oh god, this is absolutely fucking horrible. There's a lever, will you move it? Oh. Well, I guess that takes care of the fucking shark problem. We'll be floundering on the fucking ground, or whatever. Mutant fish, or whatever it is. What's this fucking tank? There's a button, will you push it? There was a sound from the room next door. Oh. Alright. Anything in here? Nothing special. I guess that button opens that door. Oh, they're flopping around on the ground. Danger. Oh man, I'm probably not gonna have inventory space for this shit. Well, they're all wet and useless. They're all wet and useless. Well, now I know what to use. Alright, let's equip this for right now. And if I blow through all the shells, then I don't mind at this point. Fuck! Alright, never mind. That was kind of a waste in all honesty. So I got another dormitory key, so I think I know where that goes. It didn't even bite me. Alright, well, this room was not as extensive as I thought it was going to be. And I'm at fine health. Okay. Will you ascend it? Yes, I will. Alright, well, that room did not turn out to be, like, the extensive, like... I thought that we were about to go into some giant facility at this point. Oh, hey. This hole in the floor is making me think that if I push the, you know, gargoyle statue in it, it might crash through and open something up. Alright, whatever, let it go. That's probably thinking way too hard. I've used a dormitory key, and it is useless now. Yes. Gotcha! Dust collects inside the bath towel is dirty. How about picking up that clip? Oh, and it auto added it to that one. Alright, anything in here? Nothing major. So, there's not... Oh, there was a clip, but there's nothing else in here. Alright. So we got a desk. A row of red books. There's one white book. Will you take it? V-Jolt report. As I stated in the last report, there are some common features found in the cells of the plants infected by the Tyrant virus. The Tyrant virus. You mean the same thing that made Tyrant in Resident Evil 2 and whatchamacallit, and I guess Mr. X, whatever it was called, or the Tyrant that hounded Jill, all Resident Evil 3. We also found another interesting fact through some experience. We found an element that destroys these plants rapidly called UMB number 16. And then from the number sequence, that was 13 plus 3. That was the last mathematics statement. Or equation. One of the series of UMB chemicals that can be used for that experiment, we named this UMB number 16 as V-Jolt. In our calculation, it takes less than 5 seconds to destroy a plant for a 2 if we put the V-Jolt directly on the root. Well, you need to mix some of the UMB series chemicals in a specific order to create V-Jolt, but UMB series chemicals may generate a poisonous gas which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. Following are the types of UMB series chemicals and their brief characteristics. UMB number 2, red. NP03, purple. UMB number 4, green. Yellow 16 is yellow, or yellow 6 is yellow. UMB number 7 is white. UMB number 13 is blue. Stimulating smell, VJ UMP is brown. A book is missing. Alright, let's move this. I guess we don't move it that way, we move it the other way. Are you kidding me? Oh no, I have to get the other book. Right, if there's anything in this fucking desk. Will you use a small key? Yes. More ink ribbons. Alright. Alright, so I'm picking up now that this is a dormitory. What was in here? Seems to be obstructed from the opposite side. Alright. Let's go get that red book. Actually, wait, now that, I just want to see, can Chris figure out what the heck's on these things? Dude, look at the fucking labels. Are we literally gonna have to wait for Rebecca to show up? I do not want to disturb the bees. Nope, not back this way. What am I doing? I am dumping shit. I'm getting some ribbons out. Small key. I still got one of those in the tank. I gotta remember that. Nah, I'll save. I got 6 ribbons. So, I made some decent progress. So, 10, and then there's one more. Alright, let's dump the shells. Get that book. Alright. Back to the dormitory. What was in this room? I forget. Another dormitory. I opened this one up, right? Alright, whatever. Back to the dormitory. Wow, I made a straight shot to that room, didn't I? I'm impressed with that. I wonder where the missing book is. You have it, dumbass. Hello to my second Twitch viewer. I am making decent progress in Resident Evil 1, the OG game. Am I dead? What the fuck? She can't go in there.
Rebecca, no, it's no use. The roots of it are in the basement.
Imbalance of the audio.
Oh. Take this file with you. Use the information in order to make the potion and kill the root. Rebecca, please.
So I called it. She was gonna get. It would have to be used somewhere. Alright. Alright, yeah, so there's the root, but we need to make the fucking chemical first. Alright. So in here, Alright, time to use your medicine skills now. What do we got? You need a container to obtain it in. Will you take an empty bottle? Yes. Alright, so I need UMB 1. Number 2. Will you put it in UMB in the empty bottle? Yes. Got, will you take empty bottle? Yes. Okay. Take empty bottle. Where is UMB? Not, where are all the other ones? UMB number 4. Let's hold off on that until UMB number 4. No. Anything else over here? God damn it. Chris's life is on the line. I'm not, I will need 2 of them. Actually, yes, this is good. So I need like UMB number 2 and a UMB number 4. Alright, well, let's, I may do something stupid here. Will you put UMB number 4 in the empty bottle? Yes. Cool, what the fuck? Alright, so UMB number 4. Alright, so that empties 1 bottle. So now I got yellow 6 and 2 other bottles. I need to find UMB number fucking 1. One is water. There we go. Combine with UMB number 2. Alright, so that's MP03. Alright, so that's how I get 3. So 3 plus 4, I need some 4. Alright, will you put UMB number 4 in the empty bottle? Yes. Alright. The tedium. Alright, number 4 and number 3 gets me 7. Can't be mixed with, combine with number 3. That gets me number 7. And I need to get a number 6. So that gives me 13, and then I need a number 3. Alright, so we got number 13. So I just need 3, so I need number 2 and some water. Yes. Alright, that's all we need. And then we got it. Alright. Alright, which one's water? Alright, so we got 3 combined with 13. V-Jolt. There we go. Hopefully I don't need some special tool to apply all this crap. No, we need to go this way. That minimal amount of time going the wrong direction, that already killed Chris. Will you descend it? Yes, and then I will ascend it later. Run. Chris' lives depend on it. Stay away from that thing. We can explore later. Gotta save Chris. Alright, what was in here? Nope, not this room. Oh. They're all wet and useless. Am I gonna need these later? Wait, which one is the room with the fucking... not this one. It's gotta be this one over here. That's right, burn it down. Is anything hidden there? Nope. Well, make sure Chris is okay. Why is she perturbed? Alright. Well, that got it, so... Oh, fuck. Alright, well, now I need to beat that thing. So, time to armor up, I guess. Hold up. Alright, I'm just wasting ammo on this one. Fuck this shit. Do I save? Pride begets the fall. What is my health at? I'm at fine. Pride begets the fall. I'm gonna do it without saving while I can. I'm gonna go in with everything though. Alright, take one green herb for Max. We're gonna go with yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have triple one of these. That is not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Whatever. There's plenty of them. That's mixed herbs. Oh, there's the mixed herbs. Actually, no. Put that back. There we go. Well. Pride begets the fall. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it without saving right before. Like a bitch. Got max health. I'm not gonna look at the guide either. I don't know what you were supposed to do other than just like hammer it. I'm just gonna equip this and see what fucking happens. What do you even do? Alright, let me run around. Is there any... so I just gotta... Alright, how's my health doing? Fuck! Move before like it's... Fuck. How bad's my health? Alright, I'm just blowing ammo at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. You found an element that destroys plant cells right using UMB number 16, one of the series of UMB chemicals that I used for that. Well, in our installation, we take less than 5 seconds to destroy plant 42, put J-Fold directly on it. Make some herbs following those types of UMB series chemicals. Alright, no extra details. Still at caution, not danger yet. Alright, now I'm in danger. Alright, I need something where I can see it in full view. Alright, got it! Without having to do a save right before. Alright. Got the mansion key. And that's got the helmet on it. Fuck and you, buddy.
Oh,
There you are.
are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem.
I want to kill myself. Fuck you.
I just...
Really, thank you.
You'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?
I guarantee it.
Well, Chris, this is Richard's radio. We received communication from Brad at the courtyard a little while ago, but he is still flying around in the sky. He obviously couldn't hear our voices. Maybe his radio is broken.
I see. Understood. I'll keep it. We should somehow let Brad know we're here.
Alright, what's the explosion more?
At the pharmaceutical room I found a little while ago, I think I will be able to make something.
Something for what?
Anyway, Chris, I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, you just go scurry away in there. Is she gonna be in there if I open the fucking door?
This room is fully equipped with medical supplies. I can treat you, except for your major injury. Would you like me to?
Yes, please
Alright,
do something for
I can
me.
permanently go her for a heal up. Fade to black.
Most of these medicines are from Umbrella.
What's Umbrella?
Don't you know?
Oh.
It's a large-scale pharmaceutical company based in Raccoon City.
Oh, I see.
I was about to complain that I think I need to expand the expand my window until I saw that like it shrunk back. Who's shooting?
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
I don't trust you.
Yes, exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
I didn't find the number 12 ball though. What the fuck? Make sure you walk over those. That was like, okay. Well, I don't have the, I've used up all the keys from this place. Let's go back in here one last time. What the fuck was in this room? Nothing unusual. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna save, but I'm also a little intrigued. I want to go a little bit further. Alright. Well, I didn't use that at all, so... So here, stow this. Did I have a heal spray, or did I blow that somewhere? There's the crank. Small key, green herb, green herb. Alright, yeah, so get to the ink ribbon. Save your progress with this. We'll use an ink ribbon, yes. Dump the ink ribbons and get back to the house. Is the pool ball somewhere in here? I just haven't noticed. Statue. Since I small. Alright. Nothing. Alright. I guess maybe there's a billiards room also in the house somewhere that I need to get to. Alright, backing out. Oh. There's also the issue of power at the place. That's right, I didn't kill the fucking dogs. By the way, I did glitch something out by not oh, the radio. I think it's beeping. All right.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me. What's the
You faded out. I can't tell what you're...
Brad, can you hear me? Damn.
All right. The dog's still out here? No. What's this one? The battery is pulled out. Where am I supposed to get the battery? Alright, something to return to for the time being. Nice cutscene. Alright, fucking snakes. Just run. What do I use the hand crank for again? Yeah, there was some red herbs over here, so I can make another. Yeah. Is there another red herb? Oh, nope. Guess I blew through them all over here. Oh, yeah, there's this room right over here. Uh-oh, somebody's gonna come and fucking kill me. Oh god, what the fuck? Not this room. Wrong room, I need to get across. Is he still out there? Fuck! Alright. There's a blatant book on the floor. You're telling me that's not something to be concerned about? What the fuck is this place? I can only see moonlight in this dense forest. Is there a candle I'm supposed to turn on somewhere? Get a lighter, I guess. Fuck you! Fuck you. Is he just perpetually in that hallway now? Fuck you! God damn. Oh, now there's spiders in this room. I don't have time for this bullshit. Well, I'm kind of regretting pushing forward now, because I got like a fucking gremlin, demon or something, whatever. Alright. The optimal room that we need to check is... It's locked from the other side. I need to go upstairs. Down to 5 shots. Let me equip this for right now. Oh, I'm poisoned. And back up to fine. Alright, so blue herbs. God damn it, fuck you. Can they be killed? They were bleeding, so I think they can be. Go, fuck you! Oh man, they're just making this as hard as possible right now. Fuck you. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Fuck, wrong door! Use the mansion key. Alright. Fuck, what the hell is in here? Alright, well. Magnum rounds. Those are obviously shotgun shells. Give me them. Orders. Top secret, July 22nd, 1998 to 13. To the head of security department. X day is approaching. Complete the following orders within the week. Lure the members of STARS into the lab and have them fight with the BOW in order to obtain data of actual battles. Collect 2 embryos per BOW type, making sure to include all species except for Tyrant. Destroy the Arclay lab, including all research and lab animals, in a manner which will seem accidental. White umbrella. Well, apparently there's... Push it, yes. Looks like it's about to move. What was the point of that? I don't know what's going on here. I picked up magnum rounds, but I don't see a magnum gun anywhere. Yes, I will take those shells, most thankfully. There's something at the deer's head, but I need to go out to reset the fucking door. Oh, fuck you. Tank controls! Ugh. Let's turn off the light. How did I not notice that the first time? We would try and take out the eyeball. Alright, well, back to the tiger statue. If anything, that'll be it for the evening. Let's actually go down this way. Thank you very much. Fuck you. I'm fine. I'm low on bullets, though. Vitamins and serums. I'm gonna save here because these things are driving me up a wall. I got so many fucking ick ribbons, it's ridiculous. I probably have like 10, actually. Save 13. Yeah, I'm going longer than I thought would, but I want to see what the red eye will give me, so drop this. Keep the shells. Oh, fuck you. Hold up. Quick second. Where's that hallway? Is that the key that will get me there? Oh. Oh yeah, out in this way will get me to... Fuck you. No, I went the wrong way. You can kill them. With a lot of fucking firepower. Alright. Down to my last shell. And is this the Magnum? There we go. Does it come with some rounds? Yes. Alright, well, I shouldn't have saved like that, but... to make it more worth it, where's that other room? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here. We're gonna clear out this room. Oh, that killed it. There we go. Do I have any leftover shells? Yes, we have a few. All right, need to go upstairs and go to that other room. All right, so there's that room. I just need to get upstairs first of all. Fuck you, and goodbye. I'm at caution, health-wise. Where do I need to try and check out? Yeah, that room. Yeah. The one in the center on the east side. I'm really risking with my low ass health right here. Just makes short work of them. Where did I go wrong? No, I need to go all the way around. Hey, buddy. You've used the mansion key. The key is useless now. Alright, just in case there aren't... What's in here? Another piano? Rebecca, where are you when I need you? You gotta be kidding me. I pushed my luck too hard. Fuck. I'm in danger. I need to evac this room. Now. Alright. Well, luckily I cleared out this hallway and there's a save room right below. So, don't know what the point of that room was, other than just another, you know what? I'm gonna call it for a night. Not gonna push my luck any further. Alright. Equip that. What are these gremlin mon- What the f- Hold up one second. I'll put some bullets in the back room. Use them in case of trouble. Wesker. Alright, thanks buddy. I still don't trust you because I'm aware of what happens. The first time I'm playing OGRE1, yes, this is my first, like, virgin playthrough, and, let's see here, I don't know, like, how familiar you are with it, Narrative Forge games. Oh yeah, I could probably use that right now. I went into a room with the fucking Cobra, and immediately got my ass chewed out. I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I don't know why I have the lighter. I'm gonna do some inventory sorting right here before I, Do I have a clip? There we go. Just finished a 4-hour stream with Jill, but I've recently done 8 playthroughs of this game. Damn, I am not that dedicated, man. Also, my restream thing is showing you, showing us 2 viewers on YouTube and only 1 on Twitch. I don't know if my browser, which I leave on my channel when I stream, lagged out, but my restream channel is not picking you up since you're chatting on Twitch. All right. Yeah, grab the Beretta. And I kind of want to put this away. I don't want to waste magnum rounds on the fucking snake. Small key, green herb. I should probably, before I do this, I need to like leave a note for myself that I need to. Alright, let's combine fucking ink ribbons. And save for the evening. This will be the end for me for tonight. I need to work on another special individual project. And then I need to go to sleep. But I'll probably read some more Attack on Titan manga because, yeah, that series is old, but I've only just picked it up now. Although apparently there's only 139 chapters because 140 is synonymous with happiness in Japanese language. So, yeah, that'll be it for the evening. I'm also sweating, so I'm gonna like drink some water, turn on the AC in my house. Like Texas right now, it's stupid. It's, I'll go up in the morning and it'll be real nippy, and right now I'm sweating my balls off in my computer room. Like, my computer's going overtime right now. No, to run this game, probably not. Plus everything to take to stream, yes, I guess so. But yeah, alright, that'll be it for the evening. So, Narrative Forge Games, if you're still here, good night and good luck. See you all next time. Oh wait, yes, I'm in Cassis currently and from here. I'm a transplant here to ruin your state. Yeah, but yeah, good night. See you later. I gotta call it. Nice chatting.